The big question we have for you today is what happens when the person you fall in love with changes? Yes, I always talk about seasons and people changing. Exactly. It's always like that. It's just like seasons, people change. But they didn't change because they stopped loving you, they changed because motherhood, parenthood, responsibilities came in the way. And as time went on, you started seeing them as someone that you don't recognize. My name is Daphne Flashley, and you're most welcome to Broken Pen, yet another beautiful episode. As I always tell you that Broken Pen is a place to be. We get to help you with your problems. But I always don't do this alone. I do this with abled guests who double down as therapists, preachers, and also sometimes your siblings, because they get really, really personal with this. My name is Daphne Plashley, and you're welcome to Broken Pen right here. We're coming to you from our studios at East Legon, Orlando Street. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You need to get something that will take you through the episode because today's story is big. When I say big, I mean huge. It's big, and it's something very, very, very relatable. I'm sure parents have actually been in those shoes before, and I'm glad and excited for our guests today because they are not just parents, they are husbands, their wives, and also they are actually therapists. This is who we needed today. Now, my guest today, is this my left or right?
Your left.
That's my left. From my left, ladies and gentlemen, is the beautiful, gorgeous, licensed therapist, Lady Tracy. Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh my God, it's good to see you.
Very good to see you.
You've been laughing. Tell me, share the good news with me.
Just admiring you. You're so
Oh.
beautiful.
I'm gonna cry. This is where I'm coming to. Because I said I'm going to cry, he's going to diagnose me. But ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by Malcolm Etornam E Ametepe. What's the E for? Because I know Etornam is E. There's another E.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
God is with us.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm joined by Shovesky Thoughts, and he's a brand strategist. He's a brand strategist and then also a licensed therapist too. The therapist who say it as it is because bitter makes you better. Bum. Have we closed? Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm glad to be here one more time.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. You're looking flashly.
Thank you. Just like my name. Yes, just like my name. Thank you so much. We are in the next 60 minutes. You're going to dissect an issue. When I read the story, I'm actually now scared of childbirth. I don't know, because I am because you know me. You guys know how I am. I am very bubbly. I'm full of life. Is childbirth going to make me timid? Is childbirth going to make me look at myself in the mirror and say I don't like myself? Because I've invested time on me, on my body, on how I smell, how I look, how I dress, how I walk into spaces, how I look, and childbirth is going to strip me all of that. Yup. Hi, Bo. Well, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's Broken Pen story is titled The Woman I Used to Be. It comes from a wife and mother who feels like she has lost herself after having children. The affection, intimacy, and connection that once defined her marriage have slowly disappeared. Now, leaving both her husband wondering, and her also wondering whether love and alone is enough to keep them together. Let's get into the story, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the story quickly because trust me, it's a lot that we are going to be talking about here. DMX24. My name is Annabelle. I'm a 31-year-old married for 5 years, and I think I've become a stranger in my own marriage. Before kids, I used to be full of life. I used to be playful, spontaneous, affectionate, literally just how I am, okay? Kelvin and I couldn't keep our hands off each other. We were that annoying couple everyone teased for being too in love. Then I got pregnant with our first child, and things started to change. My body changed and energy dropped, and my interest in intimacy slowly disappeared. Now, everyone said it was normal, that it happens, and that I will come back, but I never did. He sat there quiet, but I never did. Okay, sometimes I wonder what is happening. 2 years later, we had our second baby, and I told myself maybe this time will be different. But it's like my body just shut down. I don't crave intimacy anymore. I don't even think about it. And when Kelvin tries to initiate anything, I either make excuses or pretend to be asleep. He says I've changed. He's right, I have. But not because I want to. It's like motherhood rewired my brain. Now, every time he touches me, I don't feel warmth, I feel pressure, guilt, confusion. Last week, he tried to plan a surprise date night, candles, music, wine, everything. But when he leaned in to kiss me, I froze. I couldn't fake it anymore, so I just broke down and then I cried. He sat there quietly for a while, then said, Annabelle, I love you, but I'm starting to feel like I'm married to a roommate. That line hasn't left my head since. I've tried everything prayer, self help, articles, even talking to a nurse at the clinic. They all say it's normal, that is hormonal, that I just need to relax. But how do you relax when the man you love is beginning to feel unloved? Now, Kelvin barely tries anymore. He comes home, eats, plays with the kids, and sleeps. No argument, no affection, just silence. And I can feel us slipping away. Hmm. Sometimes I lie awake and wonder if I'm broken beyond repair, if this is the price of motherhood no one talks about. Because deep down, I still want my marriage. I still love my husband. I just don't know how to want him again. MX24, please tell me, should I force myself to do things I don't feel ready for just to keep my husband close? Should I tell him to be patient, even though I don't know when this phase will end? Or is love without desire still enough to keep a marriage alive? Help me fix my broken pen. Wow. Are you crying? Because I'm just there. The guys, look at the tears. Look at the tears. Wow. This is crazy. But before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, your money deserves the safest home. Now, with Telecel Cash, you're protected every step of the way. No risk, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app to get using the Telecel Cash Play app. And for safe and secure transactions, Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Send it, keke. Keep sending, keep sending. Let's get straight into it. What is going on?
Definitely. Seriously, I have seen something like this before
Okay.
as a counselor. And when I had to go into the issue, I realized that the lady was just overwhelmed with a lot of tasks at home. The man said a lady's duty is she's supposed to take care of everything at home. He wasn't supporting her with anything. Okay, so that is actually what was causing that kind of
Rift,
disconnection.
yeah.
Exactly. So this is not news to me. For me, I have actually seen something like this before. And when we dug deeper into the issue, we realized that she was having an underlying medical condition, aside whatever she was going through. So we had to take it from that angle, and it's okay now. I mean, they are both managing the situation.
It's better now.
It's better now.
now.
Yes.
Can we make it a bit personal? I before the show I spoke about the issue my friend is having, and you said that you don't know what it's like till you get there yourself. Talk to me. What is happening? What's that about?
Good evening to our viewers. Yes, so you see, it's not just about a woman who no longer wants sex. I think it's deeper than that. It's actually a story about two couples who, I mean, who are having challenges. You understand? They are not connecting well. They are both grieving, but they are grieving in different ways. The woman wants the husband to understand her, while the husband also wants the wife to understand him. So they are both in a phase, or they are both in a place where they've both not been before. It's actually their first time. You understand? So they don't really know how to handle it, and they need help. That's virtually what it is, because she's never been pregnant before, and he has never also been denied sex before because he still has to eat. You understand? Yeah, because he has to be fed. Do you understand? But he has forgotten that he has also been fed, and he has fed his wife, and now she's so full and she can't feed him any longer for a period. And that's the conversation that must be had. You understand? So they really need to talk about it. I don't blame the man, I don't blame the woman.
Yeah.
I feel like they both need to just have an honest conversation to know where they are. The way they figured it out till this point, they can still figure it out and go. Because, I mean, marriage is all about phases. You understand? The first phase is the fact that they got married. It's just the two of them. Now, they are expecting another child who didn't send them at the first place. So, and now there are changes. I mean, you can tell that from it could either be hormonal changes, it could be sleep deprivation, stress, breastfeeding. Everything else is new. Like, I mean, she feels like her body is changing. And you see, sometimes when some women, they feel like they don't look the way they used to look again. So they don't even want to have sex with their husbands. Especially if maybe it was a natural birth. They feel like down there it's loose and all of those kind of things. So they feel a certain kind of way. So when they have conversations, that will help straighten things and actually make things better.
Yeah.
But let me add something too. So it looks like they don't even know what is happening. They are both confused. The lady says, I still love my husband, but the desire for intimacy is just lost. I don't know what is happening. The husband is also saying, I miss my wife. I miss who she used to be. I want her, but she's also not giving me that kind of vibe. The man is also confused. So what is really happening? So you see, so this story actually is not about lack of love, okay? It's about a couple going through some life changes that they don't even know about. And they are also not communicating openly. That is what it is. They don't know what is happening. They are both confused. I still love my husband. That is a hope in the story. I still love Kelvin. Kelvin still loves Annabelle. But why is it that intimacy right now is like, it's become like a chore? It's become like a task. So what is going on? So we counselors believe that there's a story behind every behavior. You don't just take something and say, this is happening. There is something behind it.
Yeah.
So we want to know exactly what happened. So if they had come to me, I would have asked them how communication was even before they got married, before the first child, how communication was, and also after. That will make you understand exactly what is going on. So looking at it, it may sound like it's weird or it's some strange, but there's something. You see, there's something.
You know,
And also, you see, I don't know if they've had proper counseling. You understand? We are in love, we get married. But you see, you need to be prepared. Counseling is not just before you get married. You do counseling after marriage as well. You were counseled before you got into it. Now you'll be counseled when you are in it, the beginning of it, and preparing you towards building a family. Now you're going to have a child. These are conversations that must be had. They've not had those conversations. So the man too didn't know that it is likely or it is possible that he will be in a phase where his wife would deny him. The woman also didn't know that she will be in a place where I still love my husband, but I can't have it. You understand? So you can tell that it's not about the love. They both love each other. But the state in which they find themselves is like, it's not moving. You understand? So they've not been told. That's why I say to people, you see, marriage is not just about the good times. You need to be told about the bad times. Storms come to inform and help us conform. There will be challenges, and you need to be ready and prep your mind for those times. Either than that, you would easily give up on each other.
Yeah.
Which is the problem.
Definitely. But we read through the story, and there's no part where it's, because she said she has prayed, she has seen a nurse, but a nurse is not a licensed therapist. Do you get where I'm coming from? And yes, we said have a conversation. But when again is a conversation going to happen? If if there children, sometimes when you have a child, it takes away that kind of, I see my husband, there's something wrong with my husband. Every attention goes to the child. So how can they create that safe space again? If maybe they used to have that safe space, how can that create that? How can they create that again? How can they put each other first again? Because truth be told, people don't even know that your spouse comes first before your children. Once you have children, they will say, "I'll save my child first before this. I'll do this." When you're asking those rhetorical questions and all of that, so how can they create that safe space again?
Definitely, like I said earlier, the thing is, we are having an issue, we're having a challenge, okay? Both of us have admitted that things are not as they used to be. So, first of all, I think that there should be an open conversation or communication. Both of us will sit down, honest. We have to have an honest communication, devoid of any judgment, devoid of any blaming, criticism, and anything. Let's try to talk about it. If we are not able to do that, that is when we need a third party to come in. So we can't just go and pick any friend or any family member. We can also seek the services of, let's say, a therapist or a counselor who can come in. The counselor is not coming in because both of them don't love each other. Sometimes you can love your spouse very well, but you may not be able to understand the person. So that therapist can come in to help them understand themselves very well. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Exactly. So that is when the person comes in, maybe by talking, okay, let's do this way. They need help. It's obvious both of them may not be able to, help themselves. They need help. So that's when the therapist comes in. And let me scratch this thing a bit, as the surface of, you see, my brother was talking about seeking proper counseling. If they had come to me, maybe what I would have done was to let them take them through the temperament. There are some temperaments who don't even like touching. Some temperaments, if you touch them for more than 2 minutes, they start getting suffocated, they start getting irritated, and they start getting so uncomfortable. You can lie on the same bed with the person doesn't even want you, not because he or she doesn't love you, but that is how the person has been designed and wired by God. There's some temperament, they want you to be touching them every second. The question is that, do you even know your spouse's temperament?
So it goes deep. Oh.
It goes deep.
Oh my God.
Before you know, you see, because it was right after marriage, she was trying to, sometimes you want to pretend and make the other person feel, oh no, she's not even having any medical challenge. It's just because
this is her temperament.
This is her temperament.
Point blank, period.
Melancholies don't like a lot of touch, but sanguines, they want to be hearing that I love you, touching them, petting them, kissing them, cuddling. Melancholies don't like that. Not because he or she doesn't love you. That is how he or she has been designed by God.
Did you just diagnose me? It's like I'm a sanguine.
You can't be so sure unless you take the test. There's a test for the temperament.
Okay.
So if they had come to me, maybe that is that I'll try to go towards that angle. That's what I'm saying that they will need. And you spoke about the medical care. I think they may. She said she spoke to a nurse.
A nurse, yeah.
Exactly. So if she didn't get any proper feedback, maybe she could, seek a second opinion. Because sometimes there may be some underlying medical condition. I spoke about a lady who went through the same thing. She had a condition called lupus. I don't know whether you know about it. Yes, that is stress related. So anytime she comes back from work, she's already exhausted. She comes back, takes care of the family. And the husband also wants her in the night. So you can imagine. She didn't even know she was going through all that. So they were actually at the verge of divorce when someone recommended them to come and see me. And we had to do all those checks and we realized the lady had a problem. So it's like, I've already finished working from the office. I'm exhausted. I come home, cook, do everything. Kids are all over, take them through their homework. Then husband who comes in the night.
So it's safe to say that responsibility is one of the main causes of divorce. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Please explain that.
All right, so you see, everybody has a responsibility. And you can only know your responsibilities when you both talk about it.
Okay.
One can say, oh, today I'm bathing the kids. Today I'm taking the kids to school. I'm doing this. Oh, it's my turn, but I don't feel too well. Can you come through for me? You understand? But you realize that if she's pregnant and she's the one doing everything at home, you're not assisting her. Mentally, she's not sound. Do you understand? And now she starts checking out. And you two, she starts treating you in a way. And you also, instead of finding out what the issue is so you can try and resolve it, you also start acting in an opposite way. Two wrongs don't make a right. It rather brings a fight. You understand? So you realize that there's no proper communication. Because if my wife is pregnant and I know that she is pregnant and I see that she's pregnant and I see that things are changing about her and she hasn't spoken to me, I'll sit you down and I'll ask you, what's going on? Like, I see that of late, this is it, you're not being, oh, yeah, I get tired quickly, I feel this. So it's conversation. Then once I know that, okay, now my responsibilities, I have to add part of hers onto mine. It could be temporal, but I need to do, because at the end of the day, I'm the man. Do you understand? So I need to make my homework. So I would have to help with house stuff if I have to do the laundry, whatever that I have to do. If I can't do it, if I have to find somebody else to relieve her of it, I find somebody else to relieve her of it. That's what it is, because it becomes slavery when you're seeing that the person is struggling and you still leave them to struggle or you don't come through to help them. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. So once it keeps up like that, the relationship wouldn't last long. It will get cold, and at a point you realize that.
Let me stay on you. I keep hearing communication, but people don't know the art of communication. Let's be honest. Most married people they've not mastered the art of communication.
Then you shouldn't get married.
Yeah,
because counseling is basic. Like, communication is critical. Knowing me, knowing you. And you see, you need to know yourself. You see, you can never know God if you don't know yourself. How do you love somebody if you don't love yourself? You expect more from somebody when you are not able to give it to yourself. That's what the problem is. So communication is you knowing, first and foremost, you have to communicate to yourself. You need to know yourself. Ask yourself questions. Find out, as she said, the temperament and all of those kind of things. Know your temperament. And you see, unfortunately, there are certain women who know their temperament. They know that and all of those kind of things. But, they keep it to themselves. When you are even telling them that this is what you see them to be, they don't want to admit it. And that's a problem. They don't want to admit it. But you are seeing the trait. But I'm your man. This is how I'm seeing you. But they don't want to admit it. The first stage is admitting that I have a problem. But many, it's like they are vulnerable. They don't want to tell you because they feel like when they tell you, you use it against them. But if you are my partner and I can't be vulnerable in front of you, then why are we together? Yeah. How do I help you, or how do we help each other if we don't open up to each other? We are not sincere. If you are not sincere, you will continue to live in fear. And if you are not careful, you will tear. You understand? Please.
Add one more.
Okay, please. I wanted to add something to the responsibilities. My good friend always says that marriage is a role-less institution.
Okay.
It's a role-less institution. So I don't want to sit down and say my husband is supposed to, let's say, pay the bills. Let's say he's traveled. I come back home and the lights are out, or let's say the prepaid. If I can, why don't I just step in and do it?
Some people won't do it.
You see, that's the problem.
Unfortunately.
That's the problem.
Our generation
so if you are not feeling well, he says that also get up and cook. You would say that he's not treating you well.
Right.
Meanwhile, you've forgotten to also help.
Right.
So if we take it that is a role-less institution, then we are supposed to help each other. I don't know if you get it. So we don't sit down and say someone is doing this.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is, anytime we are getting married, okay, so the lady doesn't inquire, doesn't get all the knowledge about who she's supposed to be to a man. She is reading, she's trying to get all the information or the knowledge of how the man is supposed to treat her. The same way applies to the man. The man also sit down. As a wife, you're supposed to wake up in the morning, do this. Ask him, what are you supposed to do to also help your wife? We don't do that. I don't know if you get it. We are always looking at the other person to support us. We're supposed to look at what we are supposed to. So love is not actually what we do for people. It's not what someone does for us. It's what you do for somebody. Yes.
Which are willing to
sacrifice.
So that's how I am. If you say that's how I am, you don't love them.
Exactly.
No matter how you are, when you see everybody is some way, but you always have to compromise when you are in love with somebody. Because you can actually tell you are in love because you know that genuinely or normally you wouldn't do this.
Okay, but
But
hold your thought on that. We're going to go for a quick break because it looks like the studio is heated. It's brewing, yes. We'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back. You're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still rocking with us right here on Broken Pen on MX24 TV. We're coming to you from our studios in East Legon or Lion the Street. This evening, we're tackling motherhood, parenthood, responsibility in a marriage. If you're just joining us, there's a lady that has brought us her story, and she's been battling intimacy since she had a child, and it's been crazy. I have here with me my two beautiful handsome therapists, and they're here to do justice to it. But let's just get into more conversations. When we read the story, we read that Kelvin, which is her husband, said that he is now living with a roommate. He feels like he's living with a roommate. Is this very common in marriages? Now you stop seeing the person as the love of your life to roommates or brother or sister.
Yes, definitely. If there's no emotional connection, I always say that loneliness is not. People are actually married, but they are still lonely. They feel as though they are still singles. Okay, I say that loneliness is not a lack, or it's not the absence of people. It's the absence of emotional connection. So you can be on the same bed with somebody and still feel lonely.
Yeah.
But there's no emotional connection. I don't know if you get it.
Yes,
So
I
if
do.
there's no connection, we are housemates.
Oh my God.
Yes, and that is what is happening now, because it's like we don't understand each other. We don't understand our emotions. You see, marital issues is not as a result of people having bad intentions. It's just because we misunderstand our partner's emotions. You see, and sometimes there are also some unmet needs, emotional needs. So when it happens that way, there's disconnection, you're a roommate.
How does it get to that level? That level of still seeing the person from the love of your life to roommates.
yeah, so before I get more into it, there's this thing that I want to say that one mistake people make is focusing only on the wife's struggle. Imagine hearing "not tonight" for months, like "not tonight, not tonight." Eventually, you realize that the husband will stop initiating. Like he would hold back. He will start acting cold because it's like you are not telling me what the issue is. You are just always turning me off. It's like you are giving me excuses without telling me what really the issue is and all of that. So, I mean, eventually, many husbands will stop initiating, not because they no longer love their wives, but because repeated rejection hurts. Because he also has emotions. And now you are bruising the emotion. You're making him feel a certain kind of way. So when he says, I mean, I feel like I'm married to a roommate. Yeah, we are in the same house. Like, because you see, love alone is not enough. Do you understand? Love actually is the foundation of the relationship, but intimacy is the pillar. It's one of the pillars that holds the relationship together. Because that's why even when you get married, they'll tell you to, what's the word? Is it consummate? Like, until
Consummation.
you make love to your partner, you guys are not married.
Yeah.
So that should tell you that that is a critical aspect of it. It's bonding, it's intimacy. Do you understand? So when that critical aspect is missing, because somebody is that to how do you love somebody if you don't express it, if you don't show it? To know love is to show love. Do you understand? So if those aspects are missing in the marriage, the guy is also speaking out of frustration because now it's like we are roommates, of course, because we are in the house, we are not talking, we are not touching each other, we are not bonding again. and all of those kind of things. We are not having intimate conversations. I don't really know what's going on. We are not planning. We are not seeing how we can help each other, because we are together to help each other. Together we gather. We help each other climb the ladder. That's what it is. So if now we are in the same house and we are not gelling and all of that, it's like we are just roommates. I see you, hello, good morning, and then I go away. Then okay, your food is on the table and all of that. That's just like we are roommates, and that's a
Let
problem.
me add something to what he's saying. You know, when we talk about intimacy, most of us just go straight to sex. It's not just about sex is one form of intimacy. It can be praying together. It can be just like he said. We are not even having any conversation. We are not laughing. So I don't know what kind of intimacy Annabelle is talking about. I don't know whether it was. I don't know whether it is a sex part or any other form of intimacy. So if we are not even talking like we used to, we are not sharing jokes again, we are not bathing together, praying together, we become roommates or even housemates. Let me put it that way. Yes, I just wanted to add that to it. Yeah.
Sorry, and marriage needs. So we are friends. So the friendship aspect is there, where we have conversations and we communicate. There's affection. You understand? The affection strengthens the connection. Do you understand? And then the intimacy part of it, the partnership, because we are partners, like we've decided to come together. And then it's also the sacrifice, because we need to understand that there are sacrifices. So definitely when we sit to have a conversation and you tell me how you truly feel, you let me know that, I still love you. I'm not rejecting you. I'm struggling with myself. I don't even understand myself anymore. I don't know why I am feeling the way I'm feeling. I love you so much, but I don't know what's happening to me.
It's
I want
crazy.
to give it to you, but I'm unable to. I need us to fight this together, so that you don't do blame games. So once you do that, the man knows that, okay, it's time to sacrifice.
Yeah, it's crazy because that whole candlelight setting was just the perfect opportunity for her to talk. Because if you look at the settings, there were no kids. It could have been possible for them to have that feeling back, especially when he initiated for a kiss, and that didn't happen. That was a perfect time. He sets the tone for it.
Yeah, in the story, she said she's feeling guilty, that guilt. So I'm sure that I'm not thinking for them, but I'm sure that is why. And sometimes one thing leads to the other. So I'm sure maybe she was thinking after the that dinner thing, maybe intimacy, and she's not ready. So I will not even show up.
So I don't even kiss.
Look at that mindset.
I didn't kiss.
Your own husband.
God.
You see, she's feeling guilty. The thing is, she's going through something she doesn't even understand.
And she's keeping it to
And
herself.
she's not willing to open up.
And she's not willing to open
Because I'm sure this man will genuinely understand and also support you if you open up.
Right.
So and now the question here is, can she just say that, okay, let me just lie down so that he'll come on top of me? I won't even do anything. Like, can she just force herself to go like, okay, you know what, let me just do it to save our marriage? Because where is going to the likelihood of him to cheat is very possible, and then I won't have anything to say. Like, can that be possible?
Okay, so I wouldn't recommend forcing herself. Sex done out of fear can protect the marriage temporarily, but slowly damage the person emotionally. Do you understand? Because it's like you are forcing to do it. How long are you going to force? Do you understand? So you see, when you have the conversation and you are honest to each other, then now you can both decide that, okay, let's try, let's do something. Or you can both decide that, okay, I know that you really want the sex. I can give you a hand job. Do you understand? Like, I can do, you can actually
So you can do
play with my boobs.
other things.
Yeah, let's do other
show.
things than the main show, because it's not just about the main show. There are other shows. Even before you get to the main show, if there's a boxing match between top two fighters, there are other people who come to fight before the main show. So let's do other things, and we can leave the main show out. The most important thing is that I've come.
No.
You get it? No. Why not?
Okay, but
No, definitely. I think I agree with him. You see, the thing is communication, conversation. So if both of us agree, I know of a couple that I think the man had an accident. He's not able. He's sick. He's not well. Satisfy the woman.
he's impotent now.
He's
Thank you.
impotent now.
So sad.
So they have this toy. So they both agreed.
Right.
They have this toy that satisfies the woman. Both of them agreed.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm sure he's even there when maybe the woman is.
Exactly. Because that's also a need, an emotional
Yeah.
need. So assuming that they didn't talk about it, even though the man is not feeling well,
Right.
the man just bumped into the room, so they'd be like, what are you doing?
Right.
So you see, there should be a consensus, there should be an agreement. So both of you have to have that honest conversation. I think I agree with him.
Wow. Wow. This
Yeah,
is
if you force it, God won't endorse it.
Come again?
If you force it, God won't endorse it.
Okay, but okay. So now let's find a solution.
Right.
What do you think are some practical steps that she can take? She has come to us to complain. We can't leave here without a solution. We can only try. But for you as a therapist, what do you think are some of the practical steps that she can take? Annabelle and Kelvin can.
Okay. So as we've been saying, the first one is to have an open conversation or communication. They should both sit down. This is not the time to blame each other. You should have done this. You didn't do this at that time. Just be open. Just be honest. This is how I've been feeling after childbirth. I'm not able to do this. I feel guilty. I feel that. Just do that together. If you are not able to, the second step I'll suggest is that is where they also invite a third party, a therapist or a counselor who can come in to help both of them understand themselves if you are not able to. And I wouldn't also ignore the medical part. Like I said, there could be an underlying medical condition. Nobody knows. She's already spoken to a nurse. It didn't help. So there's nothing wrong if you should seek a second opinion. And also, this one, I don't know how to put it, but I know most couples draw their strength from their faith. So if really they value faith and prayers, I think prayer is a very important source of hope and also of healing. So they can pray. That is, if really they believe in that. But they shouldn't ignore the medical care and also seeking professional help. So I think when they do these things and when they talk and maybe the lady is overwhelmed with house chores and everything, I think the man can come in, like my brother said. If we have to employ the service of a nanny, if we need a house help, anything, if he even has to come and support you in any way, I think he'll be willing to. Because the baby is for him. I mean, it's for both of you. So there's no way he'll put you in that state for you to suffer alone or go through that pain alone. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
What would you suggest?
Well, yeah, so that's what she said. Medical evaluation to rule out hormonal and health issues, and also counseling. I mean, not because the marriage is failing, but because both of them are hurting. So just to have that third party to help them, just to be present, touch on certain things for them to communicate to each other. So the therapist is not there to show you what to do. It's only, showing you the way. You understand? Creating the environment, making it safe for both of you to talk to each other, look each other in the eye, and then speak more to each other. You understand? And intentional reconnection without pressure. You understand? Where holding hands, hugging, talking, dating, praying together, as she said. Because you see, I mean, you cannot rule out prayer. Because you see, one thing we also need to understand is the spiritual aspect. Marriage is a union that not just the enemy or the devil doesn't like. Even our friends don't like it. The fact that you are married. So whatever that will be done to attack the marriage will be done to attack the marriage. So a couple must pray together. So once we have the communication, I know the challenge and all of that. The next stage is to pray. Lord, this is what we are going through as a family. We need you here. Help us. How are we able to navigate through this? What do we do? Help my wife. Whatever challenge she's going through, mentally, physically, emotionally, help her. Help me to help her. You understand? So once they have that conversation and pray, trust me, automatically things start toning down. Things start calming down. You understand? And then they hug each other. They be intentional. And once the husband also knows what the wife is going through, now he'll be more gentle. He'll be more caring. He'll be more loving. Because listen, there's nobody who is there that when you open up to them and tell them how you truly feel, they will not appreciate it. They will change because in their mind, they are confused. They can't really tell what's going on with you. But once you come and let them know that this is what the issue is and all of that, now he'll tone down. Now he'll be calmer. Now he'll treat you differently. You understand? Because they are both learning. So it's important. And you see, patience without effort becomes neglect. And effort without patience becomes pressure. You understand? And a healthy marriage needs both. You need the patience and you need the effort.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm patient with you. And the fact that I'm patient with you, we both have to put in the effort.
Yeah.
Because it is the effort that will lead us to our comfort. You understand? If we don't make effort, you cannot say love. You see, love is a sacrifice. You understand? So if I love you and I know what you're going through, I need to sacrifice for you. I need to sacrifice for us. So I will be more tolerant and not ignorant. Do you understand? So yeah, so it's critical. And this is what I want to say. Love can keep a couple committed during difficult seasons, but if emotional and physical intimacy disappear indefinitely without seeking help, the marriage will likely suffer. Love should motivate both partners to pursue healing together.
Yeah.
Let's do it together.
Together.
Let's do it together.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Let's come into prevention. You guys frankly spoke about before marriage, conversations people have before marriage. And I promise you that half of these things we see are conversations that have not been had before marriage. People always want to keep this perfect persona because I always say that dating is an audition. You're auditioning to see if you can marry the person. Now, if you go for an audition, you go for mentor. Let's say, okay, like me, I went for MTN Hitmaker. Imagine I went to MTN Hitmaker, I entered the audition room and I said that I'm imperfect, I can't sing. They won't take me, but I want them to pick me so bad, and so I'll sing the perfect way. This is exactly how I see dating. Now, people always lie when they are dating. They will lie that I love this, I love that, I love this. You get married, 2 weeks, they are keeping up with it, and then now they've gotten you and then they are used to you and all of that. How can we prevent these kind of things? Because personally, I think that conversations that are not had, serious, deep conversations, uncomfortable conversations that are not had before marriage is causing these things. So as a counselor, what would you say about that?
Thank you so much for the question. I always tell people that when you are dating, it is time. It's the time for all your senses to be intact.
No, but me, when I'm dating, common sense.
I'm talking about senses. Talking about hearing, smelling, everything.
Okay.
You're not just listening to what the person is telling you. Definitely, if you tell me I love you with a straight face, like 2 or 3 times, I'll question what that kind of love is. I need to smell if there's any odor. You see, you have to. Dating is like telling whether you guys are compatible. That's not the time for you to be exploring your bodies and doing all the. Unfortunately, that is what we do. I want to check whether what is your purpose, the man? Okay, so I want to enter into ministry. Am I even ready to be an Osofumame? If I'm not, then please, I will not even get close. So your senses, all your 5 senses should be intact.
And working.
And
Because
working.
it could be intact, but you don't want it to work.
You have to see everything. Definitely. If I have to visit you to check whether you're a neat person, everything should be intact. You know, sometimes the red flags, we see them all. We see them.
But sometimes we think it's orange.
We think it's orange. Someone could just pass a comment and you'd be like, oh, this one, the person was just joking. It's not a joke. You have to make sure that, like I'm saying, whatever you are smelling, you are seeing, you are hearing, everything should be intact. Ask all the questions. How many kids do you think we should have? Oh, I think we should have about 6 kids. Hey, I can't. I will not be able to. You keep quiet on that. You marry. Maybe he's the only son of his parents. The mother is expecting him
to continue the lineage.
Exactly. All the children that she was not able to. But the question is that, are you able to? Would you be able to do that? So ask all the questions during dating. That is not the time to be having sex. And I always say that dating should give you that kind of liberty or feel where you can just walk out without any curses, without any disappointments. It's not the time for you to go and invest into somebody. You pay the person's father's medical bills, rent for the parents. when you get to that stage and you see the red flags, you are not able to come out.
Because
Because
there's
you've
an investment.
wrong
there.
investment. So that is friendship. So I always say that you can date about 2 or 3 people. Yes.
I love that.
You can date about 2 or 3 people. You're
Girl.
not sleeping with them.
Girl. I love
Definitely.
that.
You can date about 2 or 3 people. You get closer to them. Just be sure that whatever you are seeing from the outside, you just want to be sure what you ordered versus what I got.
I love that. Because if you want to go for a single show, you go for 4 auditions. Then you pick me like this. I went for like 3 auditions. And then I was picked in 1 competition. And so that is exactly did you guys face?
So if you get close to Amma, you realize Amma is not really you check Akosia. You should be able to live without they cursing you. The curses come after you've had several abortions with them, slept with them, done so many things. So dating is purely friendship. And ask all the questions you need to ask. You may not get everything correct. A lady, I know of a couple that the man said he doesn't eat food. He always eats fresh food. He can't eat food kept in the refrigerator for long, okay? Every food must be prepared fresh. This lady was a banker. I need to close from work, let's say 7, 8,
Every
get
food
home.
has to be prepared fresh.
You see, so someone will ask, so what were some of the questions you asked during dating? You don't
Yeah.
ask the questions, so
Yeah.
we are having movie nights, exploring our bodies and everything. You marry the person, you realize that, And I always say that before you choose a spouse, it goes to 3 dimensions. We have the spiritual dimension, you have the soul before you come to the physical. The spiritual is when you check if you guys are compatible spiritually, the person's faith. Now, people are saying they are Christian, but they have so many doctrines. So you check whether it aligns with whatever you have. You come to the soul. The spiritual part, you're not going to pray every day in the marriage. You come to the soulish realm. You check whether the 2 of you, the person is your person. If you are not praying at the spiritual, you are not touching at the physical, can you have an open conversation with a person? Can you confide? Does that person make you happy? That is a soulish realm. If you guys are not, you don't even have to continue.
You don't have to continue.
Then you come to the physical. You check whether maybe she's your spec. But you see, in these days,
the physical is first.
physical is first. So you finish, you check, she has big buttocks, she has big breasts, she has this, she has that. You marry her.
I love that.
Then after that, you realize that, so this lady, she's not even my friend.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
You get the whole thing. So I think that all the 5 senses should be active.
Yeah,
And
active.
ask all the questions.
During dating.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, we are still having an amazing conversation right here on Broken Pen. Remember, Telecel Cash is telling you that you can send and receive money for free on Telecel Cash and also to other networks. And so all you have to do is dial *110#, okay? Or download the Telecel Play app and you're good to go. Let's read some messages here. We have Stephen, and Stephen is saying, your husband has done his bit by letting you know he still loves you, but feels like a roommate in the home. So on your path as the lady, it's best you keep your communication very open. Find time solely for you both and communicate how you really feel after childbirth. And reasons why you don't give in to some of his demands. This, for a start, will let him feel involved and help him know how you're making an effort to work things out. In the long run, he'll be guided on where and when to assist you and understand your actions. Nee is saying that, were you not told this could happen at your premarital counseling sessions? Did you even have premarital counseling? Well, such times are expected. Keep on working to make positive improvements. Things will change. Georgina is saying, I thought I was the only one. Pregnancy changed me completely and I never felt for intimacy. Along the line, my baby daddy said he thinks the pregnancy ain't for him because I'm refusing to have sex with him. For 2 years, I never felt for it. So it's normal. It came back naturally. I never forced it. Dennis is saying, I would advise you to seek medical attention. It could be hormonal, but the fact that you don't crave intimacy at all is a bit questionable. Try seek medical attention on time before you lose him for good. And then there are drugs specifically for the female sex drive. When you seek medical attention, they will put you on for now till you get better. All the best. Howard says, dear, please communicate with him on your feelings. Communication is everything. Don't leave him in the dark, else he'll surely wander around. Try some exercise and workout. Once in a while, when the kids are on break, send them to spend holidays with a trusted relative. Let your mind play back to what made you fall in love with your husband dearly. If you must see a sex therapist, do so. If you can take a libido booster, your marriage is on the line if it goes for too long. Yes, these are some few messages from you guys. Thank you so much for sending in your messages. We've gotten to one part of the show that I love, I'm excited about, and that is look into look into my eyes. Now, we have Annabelle, who is watching the show because she's trusting us deeply with her story. And I'm glad that as therapists, you guys are here. So, my beautiful lady, this is your camera. You're going to look into the camera and then talk to Annabelle as if she has come for, but this one is for free. She doesn't have 600 Ghana per minute for you this time. But like, this one is for free. So please take it away. Give us something.
So, Annabelle, if you are listening to me, I want you to know that whatever you are going through, it's not abnormal. I know that most women go through that after childbirth. People think that childbirth only affects the body, but emotions are also involved or affected at some part. So, just as we've said, just try to have an open conversation with your husband, just to tell him exactly what you are going through. And I believe that he would understand and also support you. You should pray because you said you've been praying. So I would encourage you to pray more. And I know God will also come through for you. But don't forgo the medical checks as we said. You should also seek that medical attention. For you know there's something happening that you do not also understand. And where both of you are not able to resolve your differences, you should seek the services of a professional therapist. Now, people are saying they're counselors. They've given themselves those titles, but just get a license and a professional counselor, and I know that you'll be good to go. So,
Yes.
yes, so we understand how you feel, and don't blame yourself too much. It happens to, a lot of things happen to women. We don't even fully understand. Okay, postpartum depression, there's premenopausal stage, we have the perimenopausal, we have the premenstrual. So many things happen to us during the month that we don't even fully understand it. And it is not our fault. That is how God created us. But the thing is that your husband may not know what you are going through. So my dear, just let him understand what you are going through, and I know that he'll be able to support you.
Yes, yes, definitely. Let's come to Shovesky. Shovesky, please take it away.
Yeah, hi, Annabelle. I'm sure you're watching us right now because you really want to know what to do. You're not in the wrong. I mean, it's a new face, it's a new feeling. Um, what I want you to know is that don't carry this alone. Don't assume stuff. I mean, don't play the blame game. Speak with your husband. That's why he is your husband. And this is the phase where you would know how much he cares about you and how much you both care about each other. So have a conversation with him. Let him know the state in which you are, how you feel, how you can be undecisive, how your moods swing, how your moods change. And then see how it goes. Because once you do that, you would realize that it would actually relieve you because it's like you're carrying this alone. Share it with him. That's why he is there. Once you do it, that drops down your BP. You would feel calm because he will receive you well. And together, you would figure it out. And yeah, if you have to go for medicals, go and check what is wrong. And yeah, I mean, you can take my number. Send me a message. 0246 408340. And then we would work it out. You understand? So you are not alone at all. Be happy, put yourself together, and always know this. It is what you are thinking that affects how you are feeling. Focus on positivity and let go of negativity. And know that God is always with you. This is the time you need to call on him, and he will never give up on you. He's with you always. Stay blessed and never be stressed.
Annabelle, I have something for you. You know I don't do this, but I have something for you. People mostly confuse preachers as therapists. No, they are not. So please, I need you to see a licensed therapist. Because in the story that she said you've seen a preacher, you've seen a nurse. They are not licensed therapists. So please see, preachers are there to preach the gospel. It's not every preacher that God has given them the wisdom to make sure that marriages go through a good path. So please see the appropriate people. Okay. Well, my name is Stephanie Flashley, and this is what we have for you today on Broken Pen this evening. I hope that you're touched. You too can send our stories. So visit our website or reach us on social media and let us help you. I'm really excited about this show and about this season of Broken Pen. Thank you so much, Lady Tracy, Mrs. Adai. Oh my God. And thank you so much, Mr. Malcolm. Shovesky thoughts.
One and only.
I'll come and see you soon.
You keep saying,
afraid.
don't be afraid.
Otherwise, when I go and see him, I will be the broken pen story.
No.
I'll come and read my own story.
You will be glad you did.
No, my God.
You'll be glad you did. Because it'll be a quick fix.
A quick fix. Like this. All right. Well, enjoy your evening, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, I'll see you. Bye-bye.